Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we have some pretty exciting news because we've been complaining about the maps in Modern Warfare. That's been a huge community concern, and it looks like Infinity Ward has some plans. Now, obviously, these aren't, direct addresses to the community. They didn't make all of these maps over the last couple days, but there are 38 unreleased maps in the PC files for Modern Warfare, and I gotta say, man, that's an insane amount of maps. Now, we know the names of all these maps, we know what sizes these maps are, so like how many players they'll fit on, or like what mode they'll be in, which means that we'll be able to go down through this list and we'll be able to determine how many maps out of all of this that we'll be getting for like Gunfight, Ground War, 6v6, 10v10, things like that. Now, I think 38 maps alone is more than any other Call of Duty game I can think of off the top of my head when it comes down to content alone. Like, when you think of any Call of Duty game before this, map-wise, I don't think any COD game has had 38 maps. So the fact that there's 38 unreleased maps in this game alone that will be coming down the road, that is nuts. And you gotta think about the amount of maps that we already have in the game too, so that means that there will probably be, there's gonna be over 50 maps in this game? At least over 50 maps in this game, so, and that's if they don't actually end up making more maps on top of this. Anyways, with that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and go through the list. There are some images of these maps. Unfortunately, though, I cannot show you guys the pictures of these maps because Activision would have grounds to strike this video if I did show you the pictures. So if you want to see the images of these maps, you can go ahead and right-click the link in the description to pull up this list and see it. Only like 6 of the maps actually have pictures of them, and they're not like insane looking, but at the same time, I mean, if you want to see some previews of a couple of the new maps, there are some available. Anyways, taking a look at the 5 new Gunfight maps that will be out of the 38 new maps, we have Cage, Cargo, Hook, Exclusion Zone, and we have Shoot House. Now, I personally have to say, I'm pretty glad that they didn't focus on making too many gunfight maps because I feel like this game already has a good amount of gunfight maps as it stands, and I really don't want them focusing too much on the gunfight mode as it is, because like I feel like the game already lacks too much when it comes to like 6v6, and I really think that Infinity Ward needs to focus on modes like that. So to see them kind of only do like 5 of these little gunfight maps, which, I mean, they sound interesting, they sound really cool, I think it was a really good direction, and when you look at them, they look pretty interesting, at least the 2 that we can see. And it's going to be pretty cool to hop into these little maps and play 2v2s. Now, of course, there are 6v6 and 10v10 maps coming into the game as well. Now we have Anaya Attack, Crash, Dam, Krovnik Farmland, and Gulag. Those are the 5 I want to start with here. Now, Anaya Attack sounds like Anaya Palace. To me, this sounds like they're kind of shrinking it down and maybe doing a 6v6 map, which I said in one of my other videos, I think this would be good if they shrunk this map down a little bit and they made a 6v6 map, like maybe in just the center of the palace. I think this would be really good because Anaya Palace is just way too big. I think this map, with the ends of the map and then where you can go around the outsides of the palace walls, and then even inside of it where you can go around the outsides of the palace, and then of course the center, it's just way too big. And I think if they shrunk it down to where, the action was contained and you could actually spawn closer to the center of the map, maybe it would actually be more enjoyable to play. So hopefully this is the kind of direction that they're going with Anaya Attack. Or maybe with Anaya Attack, it is a 10v10 map and they're kind of changing up the design of it in some way. Maybe it's like a nighttime map where the palace is like destroyed or something like that. Who knows? I have no idea, but Crash. That is something that we're very familiar with here. COD 4, Crash. That's what I'm assuming here, MP Crash 2, the classic Call of Duty map we saw in Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. Also was in Modern Warfare 2 as a DLC map, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but this isn't confirmed, of course, but this would make the most sense with that name and how beloved that map is by the community, so I would love to see this map come back. I do like Crash a lot. I think it's a really good map, and with the map design in this game, Crash would immediately probably be the best map in the game, let's be honest. Then we have Dam and Krovnik Farmland. No real idea what these 2 maps could be. Gulag maybe is an expanded version of the Gulag Showers map in Modern Warfare already. Then we have Hospital, Layover, Lowline, Lumber, Malishev, Millbase, Oasis. The hospital map sounds pretty cool. I would like to see how that one works out. It sounds, though, like it's going to be a lot of hallways, which I don't know about that. Sounds like it's going to have the ability for campers to sit in corners and a lot of problems to unfold on that map. Port, Prison, Ravine, or Rivne. I'm not sure if this is some sort of misspelling. Rivne? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe it is some sort of mispronunciation. I'm not sure. But a prison map sounds pretty sweet, honestly. That's a very interesting concept simply because the hallways would be a little bit more widened, I would think, in a prison compared to a hospital. So, I think the camping would be a little bit lessened, hopefully, in a prison. So, the mill base, that sounds pretty cool as well. The port, we'll see how that one works out. Maybe the port will have some cool water battles. Who has any idea about that? That would be kind of cool if there were some water battles. And then we have 3 different versions of shipment. We have shipment, then shipment day, and shipment night. So essentially all the same map. We know what shipment is. If you've played Call of Duty before, COD 4, World War II, Remastered, it's been in like 8, 9, 10 different CODs. No, I'm just kidding. But it's been in a lot of different Call of Duty games. I think this was originally believed to have been a gunfight map, if I'm not mistaken, but it seems like it's going to probably be a 6v6 map. This will probably be a 6v6 map. If they found a way to make this a 10v10 map, I'd probably never play Modern Warfare again. Okay, I'm probably kidding about that one, but at the same time, there's no way you're fitting 10 people on this map, so we can assume that this is a 6v6 map. Then we have Slums, Stadium, and Subbase. Now, these are all 3 maps that have been in the Call of Duty franchise at some point. Slums and Stadium have been Treyarch maps, but this is something that people have been hypothesizing is that they would cross this over into Modern Warfare. I don't see this happening. Slums was a Black Ops 2 map, Stadium was a Black Ops 1 map, and as you know, Black Ops 1 took place in the Cold War era, so I don't really see that going down, man. I don't see these being crossover maps. I think Slums is going to just be like some sort of modern-day slum map, It's not actually going to be like BO2 Slums, and then Stadium might be like the stadium from Spec Ops in the 1 map, in the operation, the first operation from Spec Ops, I should say. Obviously, we know Subbase from Modern Warfare 2, pretty decent map. It will probably also be one of the better maps in this game the day that it comes out because, let's be honest, the maps are still not that great. Then we have Urzikstan, Torres, Transit, and TV Station. So we know what TV Station is from COD 4, which was a DLC map in that game. We also have Farida, which I actually think this was in the reveal, if I'm not mistaken. That might be where they're getting the image for this from, but I think I saw this map in the reveal, and I think someone pointed this out in the tweets too. So then we have Rust. Okay, now this I thought would for sure be a 2v2 map, but wow, it's coming to 6v6. No way they get 10 people on this map. That would just, I would never play. Rust is going to be a 6v6 map. I'm glad to see that. That sounds awesome. Then we have Takedown. Sounds pretty interesting. And then we have Borderline. And then we have Smetna Farms coming for Ground War. This is the only confirmed Ground War map out of these 38, so not a whole lot going on when it comes down to Ground War, but maybe that's not really a bad thing, honestly. I'm glad that they're actually focusing on 6v6. We know that at least a lot of the confirmed really good maps coming back, like, Rust, and I would think Subbase, there's no way you're going to fit 10 people on that map, if we're being honest. You might be able to, I don't know. It's a pretty decent sized map. It's probably going to be better for 6v6, though. Rust, Subbase, Crash, the really best maps, the maps that we really need to be 6v6, those are going to be good 6v6 maps. That's really great to hear, and at least speculate on. So, the other 2 things that have also been seen in the game files is the gun course and the marksman range. These are basically, it looks like just testing grounds where you can just test out weapons and stuff. Now, the only thing is we don't know when these are going to be coming to the game. Now, one thing we do probably know, they're not going to drop all 38 of these maps and stuff at once. You're not going to see, an update tomorrow. Hey guys, we dropped 38 brand new maps in Modern Warfare. It's not going to happen. I would say they probably drop like 5 or 6 of these a month for the rest of the game cycle. Now, I would think they probably drop like a classic map this month. So they probably drop like Crash and 4 maps this month. Maybe like 5 maps next month, maybe like Rust and 4 maps the next month, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And they just keep dropping content like that. They'll probably do like 4 maps, that way they don't run out of maps so quickly, but at the same time, I did notice a lack of Terminal and High Rise, and there are some other key maps there, like Favela, and there's plenty of maps, honestly, that I could sit back and think on that I would love to see come back to this game. So Infinity Ward, you could go back and remake some of those maps. Please. I'm just really glad to see that there's 38 new maps coming to this game, man. This game needs some new maps, and Infinity Ward is delivering. And when it comes down to it, man, this big update coming to the game soon, these 38 new maps, just what the game needs. Just what this game needs, folks. That's going to be it for this video, though, you guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel, follow me over on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. It's a surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. Join the Discord down below. Lots of great things going on down there as well. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, waiting on some new maps, and signing out.